Hey guys, I have you propped up very precariously at the moment. It is Thanksgiving Sunday. Happy Thanksgiving if you live in Canada. And it's not Thanksgiving Sunday, it's Thanksgiving Monday. But I made my Thanksgiving dinner last night because we have some shit to do today. I probably shouldn't swear this early in a video. I'm gonna get content moderated by YouTube. Anyways, hi, my name is Laura. I'm 31 and I currently live in a small town in northwestern Ontario, and I start my new job tomorrow. So I need to, if you were here, I had a big desk from my former employer there. Stay. Okay. But obviously I had to give all that stuff back. So I'm lucky. Well, I'm not really lucky, but I had hip surgery in August. We need to start with a recap for if you are new here. I had hip surgery in August, and because of that, I was off work for 6 weeks, and then I was working from home. And then about 2 weeks after I started working from home, I got a job offer for a job in Toronto. So I will be moving to Toronto, but I can't move yet because I am not like cleared to drive or fly or like lift furniture or like any of those things. So I'm here until at least December, but I start my new job remotely tomorrow. So I need to set up my desk for working in. I have a whole list. I need to set up my office. I have to turn on my heaters. It snowed yesterday and I haven't turned on my heat yet. But before I do that, I have electric baseboard heaters and a cat. So I need to make sure that there's no cat hair in the heaters before I turn them on. And just like generally kind of get the apartment in order. And like I cleaned my tub, but I haven't cleaned my vanity or my toilet. And I did dishes last night, like in the middle of cooking Thanksgiving dinner, but I didn't do the dishes after I finished cooking Thanksgiving dinner. So we have some dishes to do. I need to film an outro for a video that's going up tomorrow. I need to finish editing that video. I've done my first round of physio for the day, but I need to do my second round, at least, ideally 3. I need to set up my office, I need to vacuum the heaters, I need to turn on the heat, I need to do my dishes, I need to meal prep my baked oatmeal, and then I have my usual chores, cleaning the litter box, I actually do need to clean the vacuum, but that's a later problem. I need to vacuum, we might mop, depending on how my hip is feeling, and we need to clean my vanity and toilet. And like I said, I've already talked to my mom. So we're gonna go start in the bathroom, clean the vanity and toilet, because I wanna do that before I vacuum out the heater in the bathroom. So we're gonna start in the bathroom. Let's go. Okay, apologies for any background noise, but I have a load of bathroom laundry on with like the bath mat, the towels that were up in before and stuff like that. So, but This is the first time since my surgery. I still need to mop the floors, but the heater is on. I didn't video it because I couldn't figure out how to, cause like that's the knob right there. Right down there, that thing. And to be honest, it was a little bit of a packle getting it, but the bathroom is the cleanest it's been in since before my surgery. So we're gonna mop the floor real quick and then that will be the bathroom done. So with mopping, I am still finding it a bit challenging. And it's actually not, I thought that like filling the bucket and carrying the bucket was going to be the hard part. It's pumping the foot pedal on the spinny thing so the mop's not soaking wet. So this is my mobility aids in more ways than one, these crutches. And then I've vacuumed and dusted the whole way along this hallway today. Okay, so it's not as bad as it was. It is slightly, oh my God, it's so cold in here. Okay, it is slightly better because I bought a new mattress pad. If you remember whenever I redid this room the last time, this room haunts me. I just can't get it right. It has changed purposes like 8 times. But anyways, not the point. I got a new mattress pad and I decided I wanted the new mattress pad on my bed that's actually getting used instead of on this bed that isn't going to get used for like a couple months. So that's that. And yeah, so what I want to do is like pretend make up the bed. And hang on, I'm going to put you on a tripod so I can talk through this. Okay. So what I want to do is, I need to be able to work at my desk starting tomorrow. I'm going to need to buy some kind of adapter thingy so my desk can become a standing desk, or buy a standing desk, but I think I'm just going to buy the adapter thingy. I want to make up the bed so that like it looks half decent since I'm going to be in here all the time, but I also want to kind of have it staged for packing like it is right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my old mattress pad on this bed and then just kind of like lay the quilt out and prop up the pillows, but I'm going to keep the sheets. I'm going to find a spot in that pantry cupboard for the sheets so that they're still clean whenever my parents do come to help me move. And I don't want to keep the boxes here because cardboard attracts cockroaches. I've never experienced them. And I just don't want to. I don't want to experience cockroaches. I also think I brought home everything from my office desk, obviously, because I don't work there anymore. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with all of that stuff. And if I just want to go ahead and pack it up and then do that, or do I think I'm going to need some of it for my current job? And if so, where am I putting it? What am I doing with it? But I think what I'm going to start with is the bed, and then that will just be a good base. the speakers on because of the background noise because the washing machine's entering the spin cycle, but we need to get the heat on in here. Allegedly, I need to be able to work from here tomorrow, so I think step one is clearing everything off and getting the power bar in and getting the laptop area set up, because that's the most important part. And then once we have that, then I can think about which lamp am I going to keep out and how we're organizing all of this stuff. So I'm going to time lapse this. Okay, so I don't have my new work laptop yet. It was supposed to get delivered on Friday and Perlator didn't deliver it. I'm not 100% sure why, but because I'm going to need to get back into that power bar tomorrow, I don't think I want to fully block up. I want to be able to easily get back there, and then maybe tomorrow I finish doing the setup. I also don't know. So this big thing, it's not that big, but it takes up a lot of visual weight. So I'm not 100% sure I want it on the desk. However, I want to scrapbook before I move, so that instead of moving like all of this stuff and like worrying about losing something, I just have to move the scrapbook. So I also want it out so that it's convenient. So I'm not 100% sure what to do. Unless I pack a few boxes and I make a little tower in that corner and I put it on top of the little tower in that corner. Those are the options. Okay, I do think my next focus has to be scrapbooking, or my next craft focus has to be scrapbooking, because the piles are precarious. But so I pushed the bed over a wee bit because I don't really need to be on that side of the room in order to, because I want to keep, this is my little carry-on suitcase and I want to make sure that I don't pack it. So it's set to the side, and like that's going to be the very last thing I pack. And then I think the next thing I need to check is, can I comfortably work under there, like get with my legs and stuff, with the table with the printer underneath there. It worked out very well whenever I needed this room as a guest room, but I might need to, I need to play with this. Okay. that works perfectly. And I can still push the chair in centered, otherwise that would probably drive me insane. It's probably gonna bug me that they aren't no longer centered. If it really bothers me, I'll just take it down and pack it. So yeah, that's that. I think, okay. This is gonna be how I'm gonna leave it until my laptop comes and I can plug it in here and I don't have to worry about it. This is not at all a relaxing space, but yeah, the heat's on, the desk will work, and it's temporary. And as for like the logistics of the move and stuff like that, we're still kind of figuring that out. I have the opportunity to be very flexible, which is an excellent privilege. Okay, so the other thing that I need to do that I forgot to put on my to-do list for today is I have to give notice at this apartment. And so I'm looking at my lease and I have to give at least 60 days notice. These notices and documents can be hand-delivered, left in a mailbox, or a place where mail is ordinarily delivered or mailed. This will count as delivered 5 days after mailing. Okay, and then my deposit. So in Ontario, the only deposits are allowed are like key deposits and first and last month's rent. So rent deposit, i.e. last month's rent. The landlord can require a deposit on or before the tenant enters into the tenancy agreement. The landlord must apply this money to the rent for the last period of the tenancy. The rent period must not be more than 1 month's rent or the rent for one rental period, i.e. 1 week in a weekly tenancy, whichever is less. The landlord must pay the tenant interest on the rent deposit every year. If the rent increases after the tenant has paid a rent deposit, the landlord can require the tenant to top up the rent deposit so that it is the same as the new rent. The landlord can use the interest on the rent deposit to top up the rent deposit. And this is all part of the Ontario standard lease. So if you rent in Ontario, this should be the lease that you have. And it's it's a standard lease made by the province to make ideally landlord-tenant relations easier, but I don't know if I believe that this is their address because it's upstairs and nobody lives upstairs. And I have to give notice in writing. So I think I'm gonna have to text them and let them know that I need to give notice and ask where I should send it to. Okay, so I was delusional whenever I was thinking that we wouldn't need to turn on the main room heat. I just sat down and like iced my hip for a little bit, and I mean, I did have ice on my body, but still it was freezing. So I'm gonna do my bedroom because we have to move the couch for this one. So did I even turn on the dryer? 1 second. Okay, this is going to be the last clip of getting ready for work, but I just got in this standing desk converter thing. Sorry, I'm really sniffly at the moment, which is why that's there, but this isn't quite working out, but I think it's manageable. And yeah, that is currently the setup.